Okay, so we are here to do a maintenance. I know it needs more work, but all we're here to do is a maintenance. So we'll be as thorough as possible. First thing I notice, the coil is leaning, it's not level. Furnace is on center blocks. There's no return plenum, and return duct is undersized. I'm sure all these ducts are undersized too. Turn 14 by 30. Looks like maybe a 14-inch. Maybe a 14-inch. Return. Alright, so this is my setup for when I'm working in a hot attic. I have a blower down there pushing the air from inside, the cooler air from inside the house up in here into the attic. And then I have this one right here pushing it the direction where I'm going to be working at. Okay, so I'm behind the furnace and this is what I see. The coil has this plenum right here and it looks like you can't lift it higher. Why you wouldn't have moved the furnace more that way where you have all that space, I don't understand. I don't understand the reason why you would jam a supply plenum in here like this. It just doesn't make any sense. Unless they just had one piece of vent pipe that they wanted to run straight up for the vent pipe. Maybe that's why. But it's ridiculous. So here's a drain pan all full of garbage. The drains, there's a little bit of water, I don't know where that came from, but this is what I gotta work on. So I'll get started. I'm gonna probably remove this cover to see if I can see inside and see if it's clogged. Because just based on everything that I'm looking at right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be in good shape. I don't have high hopes. Well, I was just trying to at least dust off the top of the coil. I already finished cleaning in here. I'm going to reseal that. But I noticed right here, I don't know if you can see it, but this drain pan is cracked. So if water falls into this drain pan, it's just gonna drip in here. It looks like it already has because I see some water stains right here. I don't know if you can see them, but it's not very good. There's no room right here, at least not very much room to lift the coil up to bring it level. So this drain pan is useless. Doesn't matter if I clean it or not. It's not gonna catch any water. Whatever it does catch is gonna go that way, and it's gonna go down the crack and damage the ceiling. I sealed that back up. I'll let the customer know about the drain pan, and now I'm gonna go and flush the drains. Which are right there. Okay, so looking at the drains, I noticed I had this strap, so I took it off so that I can readjust it, because it didn't feel like this thing has enough pitch. We're limited in the amount of corrections that we can make, so I'm gonna try to help them out by helping this drain by giving it a little bit more pitch. I think that'll do it. I don't want to crack the pan, that would be, oh, I didn't notice that this piece of wood wasn't screwed down. I have to screw that down. Make sure that I'm not going to screw through a wire. Okay. So I think that'll give it more pitch. Very critical right here because the way that the coil is sagging that way, you could see some water stains already there. So you know water is falling in there. I only hope that none of it goes back to where that crack is in the drain pan. It looks like most of it is coming this way. Look at that. This drain pan is completely shattered. I didn't even see this. Jesus. Well, I'll let the owner know. Okay, so I'm done blowing this drain out, and probably should have put this strap before I did this. Put the strap back. Alright, that should help the drain. We're gonna move on to, oh, I gotta seal this first too, and then the condenser. I gotta go clean the condenser. It's really filthy. Okay, so for a quick rundown, this unit needs to be relocated. I would disconnect this vent, disconnect the copper, or recover the refrigerant, disconnect the copper, turn the whole unit 90 degrees to the left, build this platform across in front of it, and rehang everything. Probably put a new supply air plenum because that's a mess, with all new dampers. Put a return plenum, enlarge that return air, put maybe like a 18 or 20 inch, enlarge the return air opening. You know, it's too small, and I could suspend the unit from the rafters, or I can put it on furnace stands. It doesn't matter either way. It would be quiet if I do it. And new drain pan, of course, and then we would reconnect the vent pipe, reconnect the copper, have to extend it maybe a little bit, relocate the gas that direction. The power, it might reach. If not, I have to extend the power because it's hardwired in right here, and then extend the low voltage if necessary. And I think that would do it. That would get this working perfectly. But right now we were just told to do a maintenance, which we did. We're not here to replace parts, only clean. So I already cleaned the coil. I flushed the drains. I dusted the unit off a little bit, not that it will matter. And it's mostly for looks. We're moving on to the condenser. Okay, here is our condenser. Really, you can tell it's really filthy already. But when you look in here, I don't know if you can see all this, but it is horrible. Almost completely clogged. I don't know how they get any AC at all. So I'm gonna have to take off all these covers in order to be able to clean it correctly. Okay, so here we have it. I think that qualifies as dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and start the cleaning process. Oh Jesus. Okay, let's start. I like to brush it first because any kind of hair won't come off once I soak it. As soon as I soak it, it'll be like cement. It just gets stuck in there. Looks like dog hair. Have to give it a second dose because it's still not coming clean. Now I'm ready to put this all back together. Alright. Just turned on the AC. I gotta switch the breaker here. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna see if they said it wasn't cooling very good. Obviously it's because it was very, very dirty. Just remember that this hose doesn't work. This one doesn't work. I forgot to replace it, so I used this yellow one. I'm sure it doesn't care. Let's see what happens. Load amps 16, so traveling a lot more than that. Okay, so we're done here. We did all we can do. Customer is not ready to do all the other modifications. So I just cleaned the coil, flushed the drains, checked out everything in the attic, made sure it was safe. I already know that there can be a possibility of water damage. I will let the customer know about that. Right here, the unit is now clean. Seems to be working normally. But as you can see, it's now clean. We'll go to the next one.